Quilt making. It's not something you usually associate with New York City, but more and more New Yorkers are getting into the hobby as a great way to forget the stresses of the city. And for supplies, lessons, and even a little camaraderie, they go to the City Quilter in Chelsea. When you think of Chelsea in New York City, one thinks art, fashion, and quilting? Thanks to a husband and wife team, many indeed do. Kathy Izzo and Dale Rail's shop, the City Quilter, brings small-town America to an otherwise urban setting. But don't be fooled. Quilting isn't just Granny's hobby anymore.
You know, when we say we own a quilt shop in New York, people look at you a little funny and go, you know, and we say, but really there's incredible things being done.
Our customers reflect people in New York City. We have investment bankers, lawyers, accountants, people who perform on Broadway.
They opened the City Quilter after growing tired of their day jobs.
I, for years, was a television producer, and I spent all my time, you know, either I was at a computer or whatever. There was nothing tangible at the end of the day. There was nothing you could put your hands on. I wanted to be able to feel something I'd made. I want to be able to work with my hands, and the result is a beautiful product.
Since 1997, the shop has been internationally known for all things quilting. Be it supplies, tools, and even quilting classes of every skill level.
So we do about 150 different classes, pretty much filled. They do really well. I think that's probably a testament to New Yorkers. They like to learn things.
But what makes this place particularly special is their incredible supply of fabric bolts. So Kathy, I was amazed when I came in here how many bolts of fabric you have here. But also, these aren't like your little old lady fabrics. Well, maybe some of them are.
Well, we do have a lot of pet lovers.
But there are, you know, like they're very modern, abstract.
This is a gorgeous print by a really well-known quilt designer named Laurel Birch. Does phenomenal stuff. Gray is really popular this year, gray and taupe. It sort of follows.
Gray and taupe in New York City is popular. What a surprise.
Well, I mean, no,
black
but this isn't, well, we always sell black, but in the quilting world, gray and taupe are new colors.
Right.
So for us, it's a good thing. It's a very sophisticated look. We like it a lot.
There are also handmade fabrics from as far away as Africa and Indonesia, all ready to be part of a new project.
I like to hand quilt because it's a kind of Zen thing, because you're not focusing on anything really. You're just sort of mindlessly doing it, and you just kind of get calm, you know. It's almost like yoga for the lazy.
There's just a million things you can do if you let your creativity go. It's just a really wonderful way to be really in the present with something, and then you have a beautiful, you know, object at the end.
And with this kind of eclectic selection, the shop attracts non-quilting shoppers too.
You know, there's a whole generation or two that got skipped with home ec and the domestic art, and I think those are the people that are now coming and thinking, yeah, I mean, it's good to know how to mend something, but it's also a lot of fun. Quilting as a technique has been around really since Egyptian times. In like feudal Japan, they used it as armor. But I think more people think about quilting as practiced in this country with the pioneers, where everything was precious. So whatever scrap of fabric you could salvage from an older shirt or an older blanket or whatever got reused. It was a necessity made into an art. They turned it into much, much more. They made absolutely stunning things.
And like any art form, quilting continues to change and evolve. Many are unaware of just how intricate and abstract some quilts are in design. It's also one of the reasons Kathy and Dale also opened an art gallery solely devoted to quilting. These wondrous creations can go for many thousands of dollars. One recent exhibit involved Japanese artist Noriko Endo. She uses thousands of confetti-sized pieces of fabric to recreate landscapes, much like an impressionistic painter uses strokes of paint.
We're trying to raise the profile of the art form. I mean, weirdly enough, we're taking some kind of leadership position. There's like, I don't know, 400 galleries in New York City, and none are focused exclusively on quilts, which we are. So anyway, it's an experiment, but so far so good.
Gallery aside, Dale and Kathy have a modest and earnest goal: making people a little happier with an art form that has provided them with so much joy.
You know, New Yorkers are famous for dressing in black. I think it can be a very gray city, especially in the winter. And you walk into our store and it's this burst of Technicolor. It's just color. And it kind of picks you up. I mean, we call it color therapy. It's just a more festive kind of atmosphere.
Now, if you'd like to take a class at City Quilter, check out their website. There's always something going on year-round. And don't forget to check out for upcoming exhibits.